You are one connection away from becoming your future self. Come closer. You are one connection away from being successful. What do you mean, Tracy? What do you mean? A lot of people don't realize that one of the main reasons why they are not where they want to be at in life is because of the people that they are around. See, one thing that I noticed is during my most hardest seasons of my life where my business wasn't doing so well and the moments where I was so poor, I was around people who were not only just as poor as me or even more poor than me. I wasn't around wealthy people or successful people who were getting up every day, not making excuses for themselves and disciplining themselves and doing the work. So I'm saying all this to say, look at your environment. Is there anyone around you who you want to become like, who you're motivated, or they have something that you would like to have in the future? If you notice that you don't notice any of these traits or these characters where they have what you want to have, where they're successful, where they're disciplined, not if they're working hard, because you could work hard and still not be successful. But if they're not disciplining themselves and reaching their goals, you are in the wrong environment. So today is not that type of video where I'm going to ramble and rant about why being around the wrong people is dangerous and not okay. But instead, today, I am going to actually help you on how to actually get in the environment and get into the rooms where one conversation to that person who can help change your life and you can also help and add value to their life can have you just as successful or not even more successful. So I'm going to give 3 tips on how you can network like a pro, especially when you get into the rooms, because a lot of people talk about, okay, get into the rooms, get into the rooms, get into the rooms. And you get into the rooms and you don't know what to do. You are shy, you're nervous, and you're unprepared. So this video right here is going to teach you how to be prepared and network like a pro. Number 1, be intentional with your networking goals. So when you finally are able to get in the rooms or you're finally able to get into the DM or chat with a person that you've always wanted to chat with, you have to have some goals. You don't just get into these rooms or finally get to talk to the person that you always wanted to talk to and then you stay stuck. No, you want to be intentional. So number 1, define your purpose before attending these events or connecting online. Are you looking for clients, collaborations, or mentorships? If you want to learn more about how to pick the right mentor and why it's important to have a mentor, the link is going to be down below. But yes, define the purpose. So like, okay, are you looking for more clients when you're going to these events or you're connecting online? Do you want to collab with a fellow business person or a business partner? Be intentional. Figure out what do you want first before you just get to speaking. Number 2. Research attendees or speakers in advance if possible. So when you approach the right people, you automatically know how to start the conversation. So I think this is very important. A lot of people, especially when it comes to networking, they are impressed by how well you know them, you know the business, or just facts about them, especially on a professional level. So definitely research them, stalk them, like figure out a lot of information where after that one conversation, like they will know, like that conversation will stick with them and they will remember that conversation. And that's leading on to my next point. Be more memorable. Like talk and just make sure that, you're not having a dull conversation with them, but actually talk about the things that they would care about so that you can stay rememberable. As well as that, how can you do that? So for example, you can introduce yourself when, you get to finally speak to this person and you're engaging by, describing what do you do and how do you help? For example, so like, hey, my name is Tracy Salah and I help entrepreneurs grow and scale their business online. Like, make sure you start that off, of course, by introducing yourself and then proceed to have the conversation with how, they relate to what you do and how you help these people as well. So that's very important to make yourself memorable. Number 2, with how to network like a pro. Provide value first. So after you introduce yourself, of course, now, of course, you want to make sure that you let them know like, hey, I know you, I've stalked you, and I know this, and that about you. Make sure that you provide value. So that is included in the providing value. You're providing value and saying like, hey, I know you, and whatever I'm getting ready to offer to you, like, it's irrelevant because you know that I know you. You know that I'm not coming out of the woodworks and just offering my services and I don't know your business or how you can help me as well. So when you provide your value, don't pitch your services. Absolutely not. Build relationships by offering value up front. So share tips, insights, or resources that showcases your expertise and leave a lasting impression. So this is why I'm saying provide value first. So after, you introduce yourself, you say what you do, you talk about your business and you talk about, hey, like how you can help build their business or help build them up. Like, people don't care about you. No, they care about what you can do for them. I always say this. One of the most successful things about successful businesses, this tip is they help other people with their problems. So you want to make sure when you are talking to people, you are providing value, you're giving them tips or insights or resources that can help them out. You're not just immediately talking about yourself. Okay, so number 2, when you're providing value, a tip would be ask questions about their business challenges and offer a quick solution or a fresh perspective. This builds trust and helps position you as like a leader, especially when you're networking. Networkers, leaders, they want to collaborate with other leaders. They don't want to collaborate with a follower. So this is what I'm saying, like, ask them a question with something that they struggle with. And that is why researching and making sure that you look them up, research their business. So even when the question comes up, you already have a little bit of information about them and like you can quickly answer questions that, they may have or challenges that they may have so you can give them a fresh perspective. This is how you leave a lasting impression because you're not pitching your services. You're not being annoying, but you're offering value first. And anybody that is offering value and giving their resources is, of course, going to make a lasting impression. So this is why providing value up front is so important. So how can you leave or give these resources? So after you meet with someone, you can have a follow-up or a thoughtful email, attaching a resource or article or just anything like a PDF that can help them with that challenge or the question that they have, just so that they can remember you. So yes, make sure that, you get their information, of course, during the time span that you guys are networking. So number 3, leverage social media for strategic networking. So a lot of the times you will have scenarios where you actually get in a physical room and you network, and then it is 2024, about to be 2025, or whatever time you are watching this, and you notice that social media is one of the top 3 ways that people network. So sometimes you're not able to get into a physical world, and this is why you have to leverage social media. Some people are business partners and they met each other off LinkedIn, Instagram, X, YouTube, Facebook, so on and so forth. So make sure that you are leveraging social media. Everybody is on social media because everyone is trying to promote their business on social media and build their brand on social media. So definitely leverage that and connect with potential customers, clients, and collaborators and partners. This is very, very helpful when it comes to networking. Number 2, with using social media as a strategic networking. Don't wait for the opportunity to come, but instead create those opportunities. So how do you create those opportunities? You create those opportunities where you can host your own live event, your virtual live event. I used to do this a lot, where I would do a lot of live events on Zoom or Instagram Live, TikTok Live, and it just really gives the opportunity where you can talk, you can provide value. And, people will join your live and say like, hey, I like what I hear. And, they may DM you after or even talk to you during the live and say like, let's work together. Or, hey, I want to, buy the services that you offer. So live marketing is the best marketing. It is the best marketing. And I think it's so powerful. I don't understand how it's not being talked about enough, but definitely leverage social media. For example, you can start a conversation on a trending business topic in your niche and tag key people to spark dialogue. So you can make a post and, be bold and tag some people. I know many times I see, these big business people where, they'll talk about something and it becomes like a viral post and they'll tag the person that they want a response from, and that person actually responds back to them. So I think something that I want to talk about, and that one thing that you need to get from this video, is just be bold. Be bold. You don't have to use all of these tips, but if you use 2 or 3, you will notice that you will be able to get into rooms that you would have never imagined. I know this saying where, it's this saying where God is allowing your name to be in certain rooms that you haven't entered yet, but you have to be intentional and make an effort to actually get into those rooms. So I believe that all 3 of these tips are very helpful, and I hope that you guys take these tips, really evaluate them, and execute on it quickly so that you will begin to see the physical manifestations of blessings and breakthroughs for your business, and actually get to network with people that you love networking with. And don't forget, always give a gift when you are networking or you get to meet the person that you've always wanted to meet. That leaves the lasting impressions. Well, guys, this is the end of the video. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. And press the link in the bio if you want to work with me even more. I love you guys. Have a blessed